Walk into this wondrous abode, where culinary enchantment awaits. Picture this, dear readers, a bohemian rhapsody of flavors that'll make your taste buds sing Galileo. If you're a food explorer like me, get ready for a roller coaster of yums. Their ribs are like a rock concert in your mouth, tender, flavorful, and ready to rock you. And that crab and lobster dish. It's a seafood symphony with the sweet potatoes as the percussion, keeping the rhythm steady and oh so divine. But hold your horses, folks, because this place is not for the faint of wallet. They're pushing the price envelope like it's a game of push the limit. But hey, when every dish is a masterpiece, you can't skimp on the Mona Lisa of meals, right? The atmosphere is like an arty dream, a fusion of blue paint and eccentric artwork that makes you feel like you're dining in a bohemian's attic. And the staff. They're like a comedy troupe, keeping you entertained while you savor every bite. Their yellowfin tuna on that sticky rice block is sushi-licious. The tuna is as fresh as a daisy, and that rice base is like a sticky dance partner, embracing the tuna in a culinary tango. And oh, the lobster roll. It's like a hot tub party for your taste buds, with that toasty bread and lobster that's a serious delight. But let me tell you, that octopus and cauliflower combo is a bit of an oddball. It's like a rock band that can't quite find its groove. But hey, not every dish can be a bohemian rhapsody, can it? And finally, the lobster and crab jar, a culinary masterpiece worthy of its own Broadway show. It's a spreadable symphony of seafood that'll have you humming spread the love all day long. But beware, don't order this with the lobster roll. It's like having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with peanut butter as the jelly. A little redundant, don't you think? All in all, this bohemian restaurant is a culinary sanctuary for foodies. It's the place where your taste buds will dance, your laughter will roar, and your wallet will sing a slightly sad song. But hey, it's worth every penny for a dining experience that's a true bohemian rhapsody. Coconut Jack's, where the food ain't half bad and the laughter is free, y'all. If you're looking for a waterfront joint in Bonita Springs that's gonna tickle your fancy and not rob you blind, then Coconut Jack's is your ticket to paradise. Don't be fooled by the valet parking. It's like trying to squeeze into a clown car, but hey, at least you won't have to parallel park. Once you step inside, you'll be greeted by a cast of characters that'll make you forget you're at a restaurant. There's Sophia, the server who's got jokes for days, and Alicia, who'll make you feel like you're part of the family. Now, let's talk about the grub. I mean, you're here to eat, right? The Mai Mai tacos are like little pieces of heaven wrapped in a crispy tortilla. The blackened grouper sandwich is a seafood masterpiece that'll make you swear off fish sticks for life. But hold up, there's a catch. Like a comedian with a secret wife, Coconut Jack's has a little something up their sleeve. They're like, oh, you want grilled veggies instead of rice? That'll be $4.95, please. And don't even get me started on the fries. They're so extra, it's like they're from a different time zone. But hey, don't let that deter you. The ambience is off the charts. You'll be sitting right on the water, watching the birds swoop and dive for stray fish. It's like a nature show you can eat at. And if you're feeling adventurous, order the stuffed grouper. It's like the seafood equivalent of a magic trick. They take a perfectly cooked, succulent piece of fish and stuff it with crab meat, cheese, and breading. It's like a party in your mouth, complete with fireworks and marching bands. So, is Coconut Jack's worth the hype? Absolutely, my friends. It's a place where the food is good, the laughs are plenty, and the views are breathtaking. Just be prepared to dish out a few extra bucks for the upgrade. After all, you can't put a price on laughter and a waterfront experience that'll make you feel like you've escaped to paradise. Let me tell you about Petter's restaurant in Bonita Springs. This place is like a fine-tuned symphony, but with food instead of music. They got this reservation system that's like a dance with technology. You can text them, and they'll twirl your reservations around like a fiddle. Once you're in the joint, prepare for a culinary roller coaster ride. The servers are like GPS navigators, guiding you through the menu with precision. They'll even tell you where to find the hidden gems of the menu, no extra charge. Now, let's talk about the food. Every bite is like a party in your mouth. It's like a chorus of flavors that harmonizes on your tongue. The gnocchi. So light, it's like pasta on cloud 9. The pork belly that comes with it. Crunchy on the outside, tender on the inside. It's like a duet between two culinary superstars. But wait, there's more. The lasagna is like a fancy Italian opera. It's so thin, you can almost see through it, but every layer is packed with flavor. It's like a musical masterpiece for your tummy. And let's not forget the lamb chops. They're like a rock concert in your mouth. Juicy, flavorful, and cooked to perfection. Now, I know what you're thinking. This must cost a fortune. But hold your horses, friend. This fine dining ain't cheap, but it's worth every penny. It's like investing in a symphony ticket that'll make your taste buds sing. So do yourself a favor and skip the drive-through. Instead, treat yourself to a night of culinary bliss at Peter's restaurant. Just be prepared to leave with a belly full of happiness and a wallet that's a little lighter. But hey, who needs money when you have memories of a meal that'll make you smile for days? Lake House Bar and Grill, where the alligators are the only ones not having a good time. Folks, I've been to some fine dining establishments in my day, but none have given me the am I on a boat or in a restaurant experience quite like Lake House Bar and Grill. With their open-air seating overlooking a pond, it's like the whole place is floating on a sea of, well, not alligators. But hey, don't get me wrong, the service is top-notch. The bartenders and servers will make you feel like you're the only person in the room, even on a packed Saturday night. They'll fetch your drinks, refill your water, and even tell you jokes that'll make you forget about the fact that your food is taking longer than an alligator to make its way from the kitchen to your table. Speaking of food, be prepared for portions that could feed a small army. The whole lot is no joke. It's like they took a whole hog, a sack of fries, a pot of mac and cheese, and a loaf of cornbread and threw it all on a plate. And don't even get me started on the Lake House burger. It's a beast. Seriously, if you can finish it in one sitting, you deserve a gold medal and a free year's supply of antacids. But while the portions are generous, the flavors are, well, let's just say they could use a little more spice. I mean, I'm not asking for them to go all Gordon Ramsay on us, but a little salt and pepper wouldn't hurt. And here's the kicker. The menu says smoked meats, but I swear the only thing that gets smoked here is the poor alligator in the pond. The brisket was as dry as a desert, and the ribs were so tough I could have used them to build a fence. So, if you're looking for a place with a great atmosphere, friendly service, and ample portions, Lake House Bar and Grill is your spot. But if you're looking for food that will blow your socks off, well, you're better off ordering takeout from the local Arby's. As for the alligator in the pond, I'm sure it's having a helluva time watching us humans indulge in all this delicious or not so delicious food while it swims around in its own pool of disappointment. Yo, listen up, folks. If you're sick of your regular Mexican joint, then buckle up and head to Malinche Mexican Cuisine in Bonita Springs. Get ready for a fiesta that'll make you want to salsa dance with your abuela. First off, the service is like a well-oiled tortilla machine, with smiles that could melt cheese and hustle that'll leave you craving more. They'll treat you like royalty, from finding you the perfect booth to taking your order in stages like a symphony. And the atmosphere. It's like a Mexican fiesta with a touch of class. Maracas and mariachi music are on point, and even though the decor might be a bit sparse, think a few Frida Kahlo knockoffs. It's nothing to cry about. Now, let's talk food. Malinche is not your average taco shack. They got authentic, ancient Mayan dishes that'll make you feel like an Aztec king. Their tlaquillos are like Mexican bao buns, with a dough so soft and fluffy it'll make your cheeks hurt. And the molcajete azteca. It's a volcano of flavor, served in a rock bowl that'll keep your food sizzling like a telenovela. The portions are so generous, you'll be taking leftovers home for days. You can feed a small village with their prehistoric dishes, especially the one with chorizo. It's like adding a dash of fire to the party. So gather your crew, bring your appetite, and get ready for a Mexican feast that'll have you saying, Viva Malinche. Just be prepared to turn down the music a smidge. That's the only thing that might make you forget you're in Mexican heaven. I ain't never been to a restaurant that made me feel like I was shaking my hips to salsa music in Havana, but Fernandez the Bull in Bonita Springs might just be the closest I'll ever get. This place is like a tropical oasis in the middle of a strip mall. The bar is so big, it's like a small country with its own currency and customs. And the decor. Mamacita. From the turquoise liquor display to the spiral staircase that looked like a scene out of Havana Nights, this place is visually stunning. But let's talk about the food. It's like a Cuban grandmother and a 5-star chef had a baby, and that baby was a symphony of flavors. The Cuban sandwiches are like a party in my mouth. The arroz con pollo is so tender it melts in your mouth, and the palmoless steak. Let's just say I'll be adding steak enthusiast to my resume. And the staff. They're like the three amigos, but with aprons and a never-ending supply of smiles. They handled our loud, unruly party of kids and adults like pros. I'm pretty sure the server was a former comedian because he had us rolling in our seats. In conclusion, Fernandez the Bull is a must-try if you're looking for a memorable dining experience that will make you want to dance the night away. Just be prepared to spend a lot of time taking pictures, because this place is Instagram gold. As Dave Chappelle would say, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Flippers on the Bay in Bonita Springs, where the shrimp dance the coconut mambo. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for a culinary odyssey like no other. Flippers on the Bay is the hidden gem that will tantalize your taste buds and make you question the very meaning of seafood. Picture this, a tranquil bay, shimmering in the golden rays of the setting sun. A sleek restaurant emerges from the water's edge, its glass walls offering a breathtaking panorama of the waterfront. Step inside and be greeted by a staff that would put a Broadway musical to shame. They'll usher you to your table with a flourish, as if you're the star of your own epic dining show. Now, let's talk about the food. If shrimp could dance, they would do so in a coconut paradise at Flippers. The coconut shrimp here are so plump and juicy, they'll make you forget all about your ex. They're coated in a crispy batter that crunches with every bite, revealing a succulent interior that will melt in your mouth like a happy dolphin on a sugar rush. But wait, there's more. Their scallops are so massive, they could serve as flotation devices. And they're cooked to perfection, with a tenderness that will make you weep with joy. Order a plate and prepare to experience seafood nirvana. Now about that tropical mule. Consider this, it's a tropical vacation in a glass. Sweet, refreshing, and with a kick that will make you forget you're on land. It's the perfect accompaniment to a day of sunbathing or to a romantic dinner with someone who deserves to be treated like royalty. But let's be real, the true star of this show is Lexi. She's your server, your confidant, and the human embodiment of customer satisfaction. Lexi will cater to your every whim, from refilling your drinks to fetching you a magic conch shell so you can summon the power of the ocean. In conclusion, Flippers on the Bay is a culinary oasis that will leave you wondering why you ever ate seafood anywhere else. Come for the shrimp, stay for the scallops, and leave with a smile that will brighten even the cloudiest day. Just be sure to make reservations in advance, or you risk being the sad seagull who misses out on the caviar buffet. El Basque, where Pamplona meets the Panhandle. Attention all foodies and bon vivants. Prepare to embark on a culinary adventure that will transport you straight to the heart of Spain, all without leaving the sun-kissed shores of Bonita Springs. El Basque Vin Pinxo restaurant is the brainchild of a culinary genius, a mad scientist of flavors who knows the intricate dance between tapas and tequila. Step inside this unassuming strip mall establishment, and bam, you're greeted by a wall of paintings that could make the Prado blush. And that twinkly bar. It's like the Milky Way in a martini glass. The service. Impeccable. They'll treat you like the king or queen you are, even if you're just a lowly commoner like yours truly. Now, let's get down to the serious business, the food. Hold on to your sombreros, folks, because this is where the magic happens. The vin fig will make you want to convert to wine-infused figs, and the grilled octopus will give you a new appreciation for the ocean's eight-armed wonders. And the paella. It's a party in a pan, with a cast of characters that would make a telenovela proud. But wait, there's more. The Bronzino is the ocean's answer to supermodel, all lean and flashy. And don't even get me started on the cheesecake. It's like a fluffy cloud of heaven massaging your taste buds. Seriously, it's the Kanye West of desserts. Now, I'll admit, there was a little hiccup with the outdoor table. It was like being at a bring-your-own-tablecloth party. But hey, things happen. And let's be real, the food made up for any minor inconveniences. So, there you have it, my friends. Albask, a hidden gem that will make you feel like you've been whisked away to Spain. Wish out the annoying language barrier. Go forth, indulge, and remember, when in doubt, just add tequila. Salad. Mediterranean paradise, where the food's so good, you'll forget your troubles. My fellow foodies, gather round and prepare for a review that's as hilarious as it is accurate. Picture this, Mediterranean paradise, a place where the food is so darn good. It'll make you bust a gut with laughter, but not from the food itself unless you order the falafel with extra tahini, then all bets are off. Let's start with the staff. They're like a well-rehearsed comedy troupe, always ready with a joke or a witty quip. 1 minute, they're taking your order, the next, they're cracking wise about the weather or the latest political gaffe. It's like dining with Seinfeld and Kramer, minus the yada yada yada. Now, let's talk about the food. Imagine a flavor party that makes your taste buds dance the Zorba. The chicken souvlaki is so succulent, it'll make you forget all your worries. And the beef shawarma wrap. It's like a burrito on steroids, but with more flavor and less indigestion. But wait, there's more. The homemade lemon rice soup is like a warm hug on a rainy day. And the baklava. It's so sweet and flaky, it'll make you sing like a canary on Red Bull. In conclusion, Mediterranean paradise is not just a restaurant, it's a comedy club, a culinary oasis, and a place where you can forget all your troubles, one bite at a time. Just don't blame me if you start dancing on the tables like a Greek goddess. Opa. Yo, listen up, meat lovers and seafood enthusiasts alike. If you're looking for a place to chow down like a king or queen, the old Florida Chop House in Bonita Springs is serving up a royal feast. As you step into this grand hall, you'll feel like you've stepped back in time to a bygone era of fancy dinners and Epicurean delights. The walls are adorned with warm, rich woods and deep, vibrant colors, creating an atmosphere that's both inviting and opulent. The open layout and floor-to-ceiling windows offer a panoramic view of the shimmering lake, making it the perfect backdrop for a romantic night out or a celebratory gathering. Now, let's talk about the food. Prepare to embark on a culinary adventure where every dish is a masterpiece. Their steaks are legendary, each one cooked to perfection, from the tenderest fillet to the most succulent prime rib. But hey, it's not just about the meat. The seafood is equally impressive, with plump shrimp, flaky fish, and succulent scallops that will make your taste buds do a happy dance. And let's not forget the sides. Oh, the sides. Their creamed spinach will make you forget all about the calorie count, and their Brussels sprouts are so crispy and caramelized, you'll be begging for seconds. But here's the real kicker, the service. It's like having your own personal butler, but without the fancy tucks. The staff is attentive and friendly, making sure your every need is met with a smile. They'll even laugh at your bad jokes. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the prices. Yes, the old Florida Chop House is not a cheap joint. But let's be real, you're paying for an experience as well as a meal. So if you're looking for a night of fine dining and impeccable service, this is the place for you. And here's a bonus tip, hit up their happy hour from 3:30 to 5:30 every day. You'll get 30 off steaks and 50 off everything else minus desserts and sides. It's like scoring a royal deal without having to marry into the monarchy. So, whether you're celebrating a special occasion or just want to treat yourself to a night of culinary indulgence, the Old Florida Chop House is the perfect destination. Just don't forget your appetite and your sense of humor. Attention all hungry foodies. If you're looking for a culinary adventure that'll make your taste buds dance the tango, look no further than the Other Side Bistro in Bonita Springs. Imagine a menu that's like a symphony orchestra, with each dish playing its own harmonious note. From upscale entrees to tantalizing appetizers, you'll find a melody of flavors that'll satisfy even the most discerning palate. And the service. It's like having a personal symphony conductor guiding you through your foodie exploration. Their stuff is a well-oiled machine, led by a maestro who knows how to keep the vibes mellow. They'll greet you with a smile so warm, it'll melt the cheese on your 5-onion soup. And let's not forget the bread, so fresh and fluffy, you'll want to order a loaf just to take home and cuddle with. Speaking of soup, their 5-onion crock is a masterpiece. It's like a cozy campfire in a bowl, with melted Swiss cheese on top that'll make you forget all your troubles. And the chopped blue cheese salad. It's a party in your mouth, with a homemade dressing that'll leave you whispering sweet nothings to it. But wait, there's more. Their seared beef tips are a culinary triumph, so tender they'll melt in your mouth like a snowflake on a warm summer day. And the seafood pasta. It's a symphony of flavors, with mussels, shrimp, and scallops dancing together in a Cajun sauce that'll make you want to break out the dance moves. Now, let's talk about dessert. Their pecan pie tart with ice cream is a masterpiece that'll make you question why you've been eating other desserts your whole life. It's like a sweet, nutty, and creamy cloud that'll float your way to taste bud heaven. Is your mouth watering yet? Because mine is practically a waterfall after writing this review. If you're looking for a culinary experience that'll make you feel like you've died and gone to food heaven, the Other Side Bistro is the place for you. Just remember to bring your dancing shoes, because your taste buds are about to have a real hoedown. Prepare to have your taste buds scream hallelujah. At Bonita Brunch in Bonita Springs. This breakfast and lunch hotspot is like a comedy club for your palate, serving up dishes that'll make you laugh and ask for more. Enter the cozy diner-esque dining room and brace yourself for a waitress with the puissance of a Broadway stage mom. She'll hover like a hungry hawk, eager to hear your mealtime desires. But don't let her assertive ways throw you off. It's all part of the Bonita Brunch charm. Now, let's talk food. The French Benny is a triumph, like a French mime finally opening his mouth to deliver a witty one-liner. But, be warned, it's a bit like Joan Rivers' humor. It's sharp and could use a dash of salt. As for the Reuben, it's a comedy show in a sandwich. Layers of corned beef, Swiss cheese, and sauerkraut will dance on your tongue, leaving you wondering if you've been transported to the Catskills. But hold your horses, folks. The service at Bonita Brunch is a bit of a comedic roller coaster. Imagine a waiter with the timing of a British pantomime horse, prancing around taking orders with the speed of a sloth on a sugar rush. It's all part of the Bonita Brunch experience, like a slapstick comedy show where the food is the star. So, come on down to Bonita Brunch and prepare for a dining adventure that'll leave you with a smile on your face and a full belly. Just remember, if the service is slow, just imagine you're at a comedy club and the waiters are the comedians trying to get their laughs. And hey, at least you won't have to pay for the entertainment. I just had the best seafood experience at the Fish House Bonita in Bonita Springs, Florida. I'm not gonna lie, I have an uncle who lives down there, and he's been raving about this place for years, but I was skeptical. I mean, come on, a fish house. Sounds like a place where you go to buy bait, not eat some fine dining. But boy, was I wrong. The moment I stepped inside, I was greeted by the salty tang of the ocean and the sound of happy people enjoying their meals. It was like I had walked into a beach party, but with way better food. I started with their famous smoked fish appetizer. It was like a party in my mouth. The fish was so tender and flaky, and the smokiness was just right. It was almost too good to share, but I couldn't help myself. For my main course, I ordered the grilled grouper. Oh my gosh, y'all. It was like eating a piece of paradise. The grouper was cooked to perfection, with a crispy skin and a tender, juicy interior. I could have eaten 2 of those bad boys. And let's not forget about the service. Our server, Liz, was an absolute gem. She was so friendly and attentive. I felt like I was dining with my best friend. And she had a knowledge of the menu that would make a sommelier jealous. Listen up, folks. If you're ever in the Bonita Springs area, do yourself a favor and check out the Fish House Bonita. You won't be disappointed. It's the perfect place to get your fill of fresh seafood, great drinks, and a whole lot of laughs. Just be prepared to leave with a smile on your face and a belly full of the freshest fish this side of the Mississippi. Prepare to embark on a gastronomic adventure that will leave you with a smile as wide as the Grand Canyon and a stomach as full as a Thanksgiving turkey's. Waffle Monkey, nestled in the heart of Bonita Springs, is not your average breakfast joint. It's a symphony of flavors, a dance of culinary delight, and a showcase of how waffles should be done right. Now, don't be fooled by the somewhat lackluster entrance. It's like a hidden gem, a secret oasis you have to work a little bit to find. But trust me, it's worth the extra steps. Once you navigate the labyrinth and enter the cafe, you'll be greeted by a cozy ambience that will make you feel like you've stepped into a warm and inviting waffle wonderland. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty, the waffles. Oh my, the waffles. They're like little fluffy clouds of pure bliss that will make your taste buds sing. The chicken and waffles are a match made in heaven, with crispy chicken that stays crispy even when slathered in a delectable maple syrup and paired with the waffle so soft and fluffy it will melt in your mouth. Now, I know what you're thinking, easy cheesy waffle. What's that all about? Let me tell you, it's a game changer. Picture this, a waffle topped with a medley of melted cheeses, smoky bacon, and a hint of green onions. It's like a gourmet pizza on a waffle, and it's absolutely divine. And let's not forget about the coffee, because it's not just any coffee. It's like liquid gold, brewed with precision and poured with love. The iced coffee with caramel and milk is a work of art, perfectly balanced and smooth as silk. Okay, so maybe the service isn't always lightning fast, but the staff is so darn friendly and helpful that you won't even notice the wait. They're like a team of waffle-making superheroes, working in perfect harmony to bring you your breakfast dreams. In conclusion, Waffle Monkey is the place to go for a waffle experience that will make you question your life choices up until this point. It's a place where every bite is a celebration and where the atmosphere is as warm and inviting as a freshly baked waffle. So next time you're craving a truly extraordinary breakfast, head on over to Waffle Monkey and prepare to have your mind blown and your stomach filled to the brim. A table apart, where the food shines and the smoke alarms cry if you're looking for a hidden culinary gem in the wilderness that is Bonita Springs, then a table apart is your oasis. Every dish we ordered was a masterpiece, like a symphony for the taste buds. The dick bao buns were soft and fluffy clouds filled with a tantalizing blend of flavors. The pommes frites were the best I've had in my life, crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, and dusted with a hint of truffle oil that made me want to break into a happy dance. The short rib was so tender, it practically melted in my mouth like a buttery whisper. And the bread pudding, oh my. It was the epitome of comfort food, warm, gooey, and topped with a generous dollop of caramel sauce that sent me straight to dessert heaven. But let's not forget about the smoke and sound show that came with the Hong Kong exo sauce octopus. I mean, who knew octopus could set off a smoke alarm? The sauce was a tad too sweet for my liking, but hey, it made for a dramatic dining experience, complete with flashing lights and beeping sirens. Now, onto the Cajun pan-seared scallops. These babies were like tiny pieces of coastal bliss, swimming in a rich and flavorful sauce. The corn sweetness was like an unexpected ray of sunshine that brightened up the whole dish. The crispy fried whole yellowtail snapper was another star of the show. The fish was crispy on the outside, flaky on the inside, and the soba noodle salad was a culinary masterpiece. Oh, and let's not forget the French escargots. They were a classic dish executed with perfection. And the pommes frites with truffle oiled. Well, they were so addictive, I might have eaten more than my fair share. The ambience was delightful, the service was impeccable, and the overall dining experience was one for the ages. So, if you're looking for a culinary adventure that will leave you with a full belly and a smile on your face, then A Table Apart is the place for you. Just be sure to keep an eye on the smoke alarm when ordering the octopus. Okay, get this, Domino's is like the Italian fever dream you never knew you needed. It's got everything from pizza to pasta, and even a deli where you can get your meatball sub fix. I mean, these subs are so big, they'll put Jimmy Neutron's brain to shame. But let's talk about the atmosphere. Picture this, plush couches outside, just begging you to lounge like a cat in the sun. You can sip on a glass of wine while munching on their eggplant rollatini, which is the low chilled of a crispy eggplant and a creamy ricotta filling. It's like your taste buds are having a party. But here's the kicker, their staff is like a well-oiled machine. They'll take care of you so well, you'll feel like you're in a royal court. Except instead of fancy titles, they'll just call you boss. Now, I know what you're thinking, Amy, it's an Italian restaurant. The pasta better be on point. Well, buckle up, buttercup, because their veal piccata is like a symphony for your mouth. The veal is so tender, it melts in your mouth like a snowflake on a hot summer day. And the sauce. Oh my god, the sauce. It's a perfect balance of tangy and savory, like a perfect marriage between a lemon and a mushroom. So, next time you're in Bonita Springs, do yourself a favor and visit Domino's. Just don't be surprised if you leave with a belly full of Italian goodness and a face sore from smiling. Because at Domino's, every bite is a comedy show for your taste buds. Hold on to your tuk-tuks, folks. Muji Thai Country Sushi in Bonita Springs is a culinary roller coaster with all the twists and turns of a Bangkok street market. The food. Oh, the food. It's a symphony of flavors that will make your taste buds do a Tai Chi dance. The sushi rolls are as delicate as a geisha's smile, with every bite melting in your mouth like a snowflake on a warm summer day. And the Thai dishes. They'll make you want to abandon your Western ways and move into a rice paddy. Now, about the service. Imagine a team of elephants with the hospitality skills of a butler. They'll anticipate your every whim, from bringing you extra napkins to serenading you with a kopuk that bapa chasing along. The only downside is the location. It's like the restaurant said, let's put it right in the middle of Times Square, but with added car horns. But don't worry, the food is so good, you'll forget all about the cacophony, or you can just ask the elephants to stomp on the noisy neighbors. In the end, Muji Thai Country Sushi is a culinary adventure that will leave you with a smile so wide, your cheeks will need a visa to enter. Alright, so I went to El Gran Taco Loco. It's a dive, alright. But don't let that fool you. The tacos are fantastic. They're actually the best I've had in a long time. Just be warned, don't eat there. Order it to go. Because the smell of stale beer on the hot floor, mixed with an overflowing garbage can is not a vibe. Well, unless that's your thing. But hey, it's a small price to pay for some awesome tacos. Here's what I recommend, get one of everything with the pineapple juice. You won't be disappointed. Just make sure you have some breath mints handy for afterwards. Because that stale beer smell, it lingers. Let me tell you about this place called Jimmy the Beef Guy in Bonita Springs. It's like if a Chicago street vendor had a baby with a cozy mom and pop shop. The Italian beef is the star of the show. It's tender, juicy, and so flavorful, it'll make you forget about all the disappointing beef sandwiches you've had in your life. And that bread, oh man. It's soft, it's chewy, it's like a warm hug for your tongue. They have Donkey Kong. I hear you cry. That's right, folks. This joint has a free Donkey Kong arcade game. So you can get your beef, fries, and arcade fix all in one go. It's a win-win-win situation. Now, here's a little secret. They're a bit grumpy with the credit cards. There's a 3.5 surcharge, so if you're rocking that plastic, be prepared to pay a bit extra. And while the fries are solid, they're not the most exciting thing on the menu. But hey, you're here for the beef, right? So, if you're ever cruising through Bonita Springs and you get a hankering for some legit Chicago-style beef, do yourself a favor and head over to Jimmy the Beef Guy. Just be sure to bring cash or embrace the 3.5 surcharge. And remember, even if you're not a big beef fan, you can always grab a Donkey Kong game and pretend you're Mario. It's worth it just to watch the locals get salty when they can't beat your high score.